Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber Neal.
Hey guys, welcome into the Amber Neal Show. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, guys!
Hey, happy New Year!
Y'all know how we do it. I got my co-host with me. Y'all welcome in DJ Houston.
What's up? Hey!
Man.
It's finally that time of year where it's extremely cold outside.
Finally.
I know.
I was beginning to think it was not going to happen.
Let me tell you this. What really upset me was during Christmas, because, 3 days before Christmas, it got cold outside. Mm-hmm. And so, I packed up my clothes, ready to go out of town, and I packed all cold stuff.
Oh,
got there, and the next morning, it warmed up to 80, 90 degrees almost, and I was
no.
You're kidding, right? I only have sweaters, long sleeve pants. I was so upset. So hence why I'm wearing my Yeti to Party shirt, because I didn't get to wear it during Christmas like I wanted to. So booyah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. This weather is more bipolar than some of our ex-boyfriends, okay? But let me tell y'all, today we have a very special guest on the show. He is running for Harris County Commissioner, Precinct 4. And let me tell you guys, he is, y'all know me. If you know me, you know me. I don't do fake. I don't do politics. I don't do anything that's not authentic and genuine. And I don't care how much money you have. You can never get me to endorse you if I don't believe in your spirit. So today I'm super excited to bring on our very special guest to the show and let you know that we officially endorse here at the Amber Neal Show Clarence Miller for Commissioner. Hey, welcome to the show, Clarence.
Hello, everybody. And I am excited to be here on the Amber Neal Show with DJ Houston.
Hey.
You haven't made it in Houston until you arrive on this show.
Oh, well.
That's what the word is.
Well, okay. I like that word, you know what I'm saying?
I did not pay him to say that, okay? I love it. You are so accomplished. You are so accomplished. You know how you've asked somebody like, hey, have you ever been honored? Do you have your day in the city? Like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, yeah. And then I start writing down the stuff he's done. And I'm like, okay, I got to turn the page. Okay. But wow, you are a very distinguished gentleman. That is amazing. Tell us a little bit about Clarence Miller for Commissioner.
Okay. Well, I'm just, honored. I have not done anything on my own.
Okay.
Let me just make that clear. God has just preserved me, and for a lot of you who don't know, I'm 68 years old.
I would never guess.
I have been retired 3 times in my life.
What?
Okay? And when I worked for the Postal Service for 29 years, and while working for the Postal Service, I served on their board of directors of their credit union. And when I came in, they had $10 million, and when I left, they had $50 million.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Really,
and,
the numbers don't lie.
For those of you who are union members, I was a union member for 29 years, and that was actually union money that we were managing. And when union members did not qualify for loans through the normal process, then they had to appeal through the board of directors, which was me. Mm-hmm. And I got those loans approved to help them, with their families back in the day.
That's great.
And after 29 years, I was a small business owner in real estate, loan officer, insurance, very successful. When people were getting 18% interest rate, I made sure I gave them 7.5% so they wouldn't lose their home.
Aww.
Because what's important to me is just like, Amber, I did not want to wake up in the middle of the night and someone has lost their home because I was greedy.
Ooh, amen.
And so I slept good. I still sleep good.
I know that's right.
But after doing that, I was a general manager director of a utility district, and that is a water district. And when I came in, they were $10 million in debt.
Wow.
I hired the attorney, the tax assessor, the CPA at my kitchen table. They just built a $2.5 million wastewater plant, waste just goosing on the side. And they said it had to cure. Didn't make sense to me, so I sued the developer. I'm the only one with the litigation. I'm not an attorney, but I won $112,000, and they had to repair the plant.
Yeah,
and after that, within 5 years, I had over $5 million. I invested in the infrastructure so my communities never flooded. Within 7 years, I built a multi-million-dollar community center, and we built a center. I created a senior citizen program because I noticed my seniors were just sitting around, and I said I wanted to do something for them. So I used to have cook the food, put the tables and chairs out, gave them black tie balls. But to further assist them, I created a 501c.
Aww.
And with the 501c, we were able to give them gift cards and help them with their little bills, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then the senior service dog coming home. So I lived in a not so glamorous area, which is Bama North Houston, the Beltway.
Hey, that's where I went to high school. KF Eagles. Shout out to KF Eagles.
But I installed lights all up and down the medium. So when you turn that corner, it's very unusual. It looks like the Galleria now, you know?
Nice.
And so my community only had one good road going in and out, and they were driving across the lot. We bought the lot and built on brand new roads.
Wow.
The perimeter around the subdivision was an old fence, so we built a brand new brick wall. Then we installed cameras at each entrance, and the monument was 40 years old, built on a brand new monument.
Aww.
And we're in the process now of building a $3.7 million park. Now, all those projects are paid for by cash. We didn't raise taxes, didn't take out bonds. I cut the governmental waste and held the contractors accountable. And see, when I say I, because all MUD districts have a director, but I was a director and general manager, so I ran the daily activities.
Mouse for life.
But what I'm mostly proud of was when I came into the district, nobody like you and I were getting those big contracts, million-dollar contracts. So I opened it up for them, and now they're getting those big contracts. And when they didn't qualify, I taught them how to qualify for those contracts. And then I'm responsible for $500,000 into one of the only minority-owned banks in the city of Houston, which is Union Bank. I encourage my MUD district to deposit $240,000, but I also encourage another MUD district to do the same. So that's why I say about $500,000. You know? And then when I noticed business owners up and down 1960 was not doing that well, I created a monthly networking event so all the business owners and everybody could get together and they could strategize and team up with each other, you know? And so I love what I do. I love giving back, but it's not me. It's only God, you know, and I'm working through him, you know. So I appreciate you guys supporting my campaign. Go to millerforcommissioner.com. And for most of you who don't know, the precincts have moved. Everything that was in 3 is in 4, and everything in 4 is in 3 now.
They're trying to confuse you, but they're still not going to win.
So I had to move. My house was in precinct 4 for 48 years.
Wow.
So I had to move to Katy to continue my race. My wife is not too excited about that because now we got all that money coming out of our house.
Cut into the shoe budget.
Right.
The shoe budget.
But we had to do what we had to do, you know.
Wow.
So if you live from 290 to Katy, all the way to the Galleria, to Bel Air, Bissonnette, up the Heights and Kirby, you're in precinct 4 now, and you can vote for me.
And early voting begins
February the 14th through February the 27th, and election day is March 1st.
Oh, that's amazing, guys. And get out and vote. Get out and vote. Yeah. I mean, it really is about, I know we're all tired of being promised things, and you truly are the most qualified candidate. I mean, literally the most qualified. You have career politicians that have been in other areas of government and service, but they have no idea about infrastructure.
Right.
And it's like, well, I can kind of guess my way through it. No, you need the man that knows what he's doing. So we totally endorse you today, Clarence. And the reason I can speak for that for myself is because what you said when we first met, I was commanded. I heard God's command to do this. Right. Because I always want to know, what is your why?
Right.
And you know, DJ Houston, you can attest to this. You and I are like this too. When we first met, we were the same way. You've got to vet people and find out what their motivation is, because not all money is good money, and you want to align with people that have your same values. What do you think?
Absolutely. You know, you can't sit here and try to align yourself with people who are just fake, because it never works. Mm-hmm. You know, you start seeing the differences in all your ideas, the way you go about things, relationships. You know, there's a lot of people that don't understand that it's about relationships when it comes to business. You know, it's not just money and numbers. Exactly. You know, and the heart of the community as well. You know, like, you got to know what other people want as well. It's not just about, especially in somebody like in his position, you know, it's not about what he wants, it's about what we need as the people. Not necessarily about what we want, it's about what we need as the people, you know. And so you have to be able to find that that their true intentions are about that and not about just the money. Because I know I've known several politicians that I have seen in my lifespan that were about the money. You know, if you, I don't care if your streets need fixing. We're gonna cut that budget and put it over here. You know, things like that. It's not about the people anymore. It's not about what we absolutely need. So.
But then that's one thing I like about you, Clarence, is it's not about you being a queer politician either.
Right.
You're a businessman.
Yeah, I'm really just a father,
You're a servant leader,
grandfather, you know, and a husband.
Shout out to Paula. Hey,
I
girl.
don't consider myself a politician at all. I just, God, you know, I saw work that needed to be done, and I had the capability of doing it. We have a 501c, and we feed, you know, communities all over Harris County. We go in and we give them not only food, we give them water. We give them school supplies, you know. I've even had voter registration events in my own driveway, you know, so other people can get elected, you know. I enjoy doing it because I'm helping people and I enjoy teaching, you know. So, you know, God has been good to me, so he cannot be good to you if you don't give back.
And you have to, and I always say that you have to give your way into wealth. You really do. It's about paying it forward. And, you know, you were just honored at the Total Package Awards. You and Paula were just awarded as one of the top 20 power couples in Houston. Because even Warren Buffett said the most important decision you ever make in your life is who you share your life with. And that's why today we're talking about signs that maybe you should stay single if you're with the wrong person. Because who you choose to put in your corner, Barack Obama didn't become Barack Obama without Michelle.
Right.
Okay. I mean, everybody. I don't care. Nobody could. Nobody. Even Barack wouldn't deny that.
Right.
A lot of good men have fallen behind bad women, and a lot of good men have not had those good women in their corner and could have gone further. You can be a good man, as Steve Harvey says. You can be a good man by yourself, but to be a great man, you want to be married. You want to have a wife.
You know, it's as they always say, behind every good man is a great woman.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That saying goes all the way back to the dawn of time, and there are facts to prove it, people.
And we love Paula too. You know, Paula has a heart for working with veterans, so you know it really is about getting out there and being that servant leader. And also, congratulations! You also just received the Presidential Award. Speaking of the President's office, he was just given an award, a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Office of the President. So,
congratulations! He definitely got the credentials. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess we have to take a break real quick, but when we come back, guys, we're going to finish talking to Clarence. We're going to get him in. Y'all know how we do it. We're going to get him into some real life conversations just so you can kind of see his thought processes and really hear his values, especially because relationships truly are the most important decisions we make, no matter if it's work or personal. So absolutely. So before we go on this little break, you know, we have some great things that just happened right before the break. You know, I know it's been we've been off there for a little bit of weeks because of, you know, Christmas and the New Year and everything. But, you know, we had our big event, guys. We had our Black Tie Gala, our Total Package Awards. It was beautiful. Like, it was, I mean, I'm still tripping about it. Like, it was so pretty. So y'all guys make sure, event. Man. Make sure y'all guys go and like Boss Up Houston Network across all social media platforms on YouTube, because we are going to be releasing all the red carpet videos very, very shortly. 2-hour special, guys.
And we have all kinds of things coming up for y'all. So, and when we come back from this break, we're going to be talking about 7 major signs that somebody's just not interested in you anymore. And on the second half of the hour, we're going to be talking about why you should stay single until you have found these signs. And we will be right back after a word from our friends over at Events and Adventures.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. 5095. Limited availability. May not be available in your area. Speed claims based on combined upload and download capacity of internet 300, internet 500, and internet 1000 versus Xfinity, Spectrum, and Cox 100 meg, 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet 1000. Speed vary, not guaranteed.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Married is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal. Welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. Happy New Year, guys. Today we have a very fun topic in the first part of the show because some of y'all need more than a sign. Some of y'all need a therapist, a Goodyear blend.
Some of y'all need me to grab you by the hand.
Some of y'all need to get a pimp hand and wake up because, look, I'm going to recommend a book, guys. Today's topic is 7 major signs that they've lost interest in you. First suggestion, go get the book. He's just not that into you. That will tell you. And if you just honestly live by our 2 rules, it'll help save you a lot of time.
I mean, this is true.
People do what they want to do.
And people do what you let them.
That's how we live here. That's how we
Those
live.
are our 2 rules.
That's it. Won't that just eliminate a lot of stuff? Guys, welcome back into the show. Our very special guest, he is about to become our new county commissioner in Houston, Precinct 4. Y'all give it up for Clarence Miller.
Hey, and it just so happens to be that I live in Precinct 4, Ooh. When he was sitting here saying those things, I was like, hey, that's my area right
so
there.
So it is over here at the studio, too.
Yeah, so that's why I'm over here like, look, both my addresses say I can vote for Precinct 4.
Hey, winning. See, that's what happens. You come over here to the Amber Neal Show, you get some good news, right?
Hey, this is the best show. The word out there is this is the best show in the world. Everybody know that.
We know it. We know it's syndicated, so we got proof.
Exactly.
But today, guys, we are going to get to know more information about Clarence a little bit later in the show. If you missed it, go back and check out. Hit the rewind button. You want to find out why we are endorsing him here. One is because he is in his spirit and he is listening to God's instructions. Just like when Noah built the ark, he heard the instruction, build the ark. You heard the call. What was the call?
Back in 2008, when the current commissioner was elected, we kind of knew each other. We smoked cigars at the same cigar bar. I don't smoke anymore, though. But I was shaking a man's hand, and as I was shaking his hand, the spirit was so intense, said, run for his office. And I had to look around to see who the spirit was talking to because I've never experienced anything like that before.
Him? No, you.
And look, I didn't even know what a commissioner did at that point. I had to go back to my office and Google what does a commissioner do and what are the qualifications. It said 18 registered voter. I said, I'm qualified.
It's amazing though. Like you said, God has such a sense of humor.
Right. Yeah. And then when I looked at, the duties, he set the tax rate. He sits on the board. I sat on the board with attorneys, CPAs, tax assessor, set budget. And I did all that for the last 16 years, and build roads. I build roads. I build community centers. I build parks. And that's what a commissioner does. So I am uniquely qualified to be commissioner because I've been dealing with infrastructure for the last 16 years. Wow. So I'm ready to step in day one.
Nice.
You got our vote. You got our vote for sure.
Thank
Literally. I mean, literally, we're in your district, so literally, you got our vote. And get out and register to vote. You know, guys, one of the biggest scams of the mainstream media is to trick you into not voting. It is to make you feel so fear-based and so helpless that your one voice won't matter. But collectively, when you put those voices together, you can make a change. So y'all get more information at millerforcommissioner.com. And when we come back from our next break, we'll get a little bit more information about your campaign and some movement that you have going on with that. But let's jump right in to our topic today, 7 major signs they've lost interest.
Ooh, all right. Well, you know, the first sign that they've lost interest in you is that they give you an excuse like every time you talk to them.
Hey, well, that's not real major, because real major would be you got blocked.
Well,
and you can't get through.
Absolutely.
You think they did it on purpose?
Right. So, you know, something, if you hear them say something like this, it's sorry. If you hear them say sorry a lot,
Lord.
you know, that right there is probably the fact that they're not interested in you.
Yeah.
Talk to you later. If they're constantly, I'll talk to you later, TTYL, you know, clearly they just don't want to talk to you. I'm busy right now. That is probably the number one excuse that people use when they're just not interested in you anymore.
Excuses.
I'm busy. And so, you know, anytime you try to talk to them, you get an excuse out of their mouth, they're probably just not that interested in you anymore.
Because if you just go back to our 2 rules, people do what they want to do. People do what you
let
let
'em.
them. I'm telling you, that is as a date coach, that is one of the biggest things I get people in their spirit to just accept. If they wanted to, they would. If I had $1 million scratch-off ticket, I promise you, they would come see you. They would actually, I am available right now.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, I was already in my car. And the next sign that they are not really that into you is that they are not behaving the same as they were. They are behaving rudely with you. They're being short-tempered. They're not listening. They're on their phone all the time. They're finding reasons to stay at work late.
You're right.
And you know, this is a very funny statistic. Did you guys know that the cheating hours, the number one cheating hours when people have affairs is during work hours?
Oh, absolutely.
It's the work husband you got to worry about. That's all we're saying. Don't say you didn't hear from us. Oh, he's at home. She's at home. So they went and got their nooner, and they got a burger on the drive-thru, and they are good. So be careful for them work husbands. That's
especially if their back seat can hold 2 people. You know what I'm saying?
Just saying.
You know, they said that's why the mailman stay on the rod for 30, 40, 50 years.
Oh.
He delivered mail all daytime.
I mean, so they replaced the milkman with the mailman.
What happened to the milk? Oh, not the milkman. Oh, Lord, the mailman. Ooh, he's delivering all right.
And nowadays, I feel like Amazon Prime got something to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
Why is their van so big and tall?
Ooh.
Like, I almost feel like you can
Especially when I'm only getting a package this big.
Right. What's really going on Amazon, huh?
You know, I got a good one. When you call them and they say, well, why are you calling me?
Why are you calling me right now? Yeah. I like that one.
Well, I just wanted to talk.
I had nothing better to do in my 5,000 Rolodex. Yeah. You're the lucky one today. Okay, what's the next one?
So the next major sign that they've lost interest in you is their priorities have changed. Generally speaking, when somebody's priorities change, people change as well. It's not just necessarily them changing, as in people, like physically, I'm changing people out. So I'm replacing Amber with X, Y, and Z over here.
Right.
They're replacing you with the blue guy over there. You know what I'm saying? So,
honey, it would take 3 women to replace me, okay? Don't get it twisted. That's why they all still call me, just saying. Okay.
So if their priorities are starting to change and you notice, you know, they're not the same priorities that they had when they first started talking to you. Like, I'm constantly texting you as soon as I wake up. I'm texting you those kind of priorities, if they changing like that, it means that they probably already got another boo on the side.
You'll love this. Go ahead, Curtis.
I got a good one, though. You know, you just met them within a week or 2 weeks, and they ask you for $1,500 for a light bill. and you said, well, don't you live in a 500 square foot apartment? And you got a $1,500 light bill?
I didn't just lose interest in you. I ghosted at that point. As soon as you said $1,500, bye, my phone number done changed.
Oh, that is so funny. I mean, because, you know, that's what that's one of the things we were talking about earlier. When you call people and you get all these crazy excuses from them, and you're kind of like, okay, let's just not do this. People do change their feelings, and one of the things you and I were talking about before we came back from break was how people will not contact you. Like if you're normally contacting you, good morning, good afternoon, or at least saying hello every day or something, and then all of a sudden you don't get no communication, but you see them on social media.
That right there.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
Is it just me?
No. Oh, no. I did the same thing, because if you can sit here and ignore me, and then I see that you're strolling through social media right now, like you just commented 30 seconds ago, I'm going to your page and I'm commenting on your page, like, did your phone break or something? Like,
and I try not to, I feel like a stalker and kind of crazy feeling that way, but I think it must be part of our human psychology to feel rejected. It's one thing back in the day, we're older than him, we grew up in a time where you could easily reject people and they would never be none the wiser. But today, social media, that's why I do believe they say social media is the cause for 50% of the divorces. That is insane.
And because of this, because I'm that crazy person, and I know there's other crazy people.
I am.
This is exactly why my social media never shows when I'm online.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like my text messages don't show that I read them.
You're right.
Like, I mean, all that stuff is for it's more for your feelings than mine. Because, I'm trying to tell you that I'm not interested anymore, but yet you keep blowing me up.
And he's a Libra, so you don't want to push him too far, because then you're going to get the hardcore.
As I posted on my story
I tried to be
today,
nice to you, now you want the truth.
I just posted on my story today saying how Libras will sit here and just when we're done, we're done. You might not even get a goodbye, and I was like, try me. So tell me, go ahead, push me to the point where I'm done. 'Cause it's just, bye. Who are you again? I'm sorry.
I got another good one. You just met them and they ask you, how much money you make?
Oh,
that's a big red flag. If you asking me how much money I make, you ain't looking for a boo. You looking for a sugar daddy.
I get all paranoid. I'm like, are you with the IRS? Like, who sent you? See, I don't even be thinking like they be trying to use me. I'm like, who sent you? Like, are you trying? Like, do they have like an undercover division at the IRS? Are you trying to trick? Is this entrapment? Are you recording? Are you wired right now? Why do you want to know how much I make? See, I take it to the other extreme. Like, why are you watching me that hard? Huh? Why are you worried about how much I
and I'm just
what's in your 401k?
Right. Hey, I give you credit for being worldly enough to know that 401k exists, but I don't need you in mine. Okay.
Right. And I find it funny because especially as as a DJ, a lot of people come out to me constantly. The first thing that they do, they're hitting on the entertainment. They're like, oh, you're the big guy. When the first thing that comes out of their mouth, how much do you charge per gig? Oh, I know what you're here for. You ain't you trying to see if I got money so I can support your habits. It ain't happening, boo. Go to the next one. Thank you very much.
What is the next one?
So that next one, Amber, what is it? Tell me.
Are we on communication? Okay. The communication gradually decreases. They don't text or call you now. It's always establishing communication. It's so interesting because there's a friend of mine who recently expressed his interest in dating me. And I'm like, well, we're trying to do business together. So neither one has really happened yet. We haven't started dating. We haven't really started doing business together. We're kind of in that talking stage, but he don't even know it. He already blew it because of his inconsistent communication. That turns me all the way off. Listen, they always say that men need to be needed, but women need to be wanted. Right. If you make a woman, there's 20 other guys in my inbox trying to get your spot. So when you get that shot, you need to take it. Because a woman like me, any boss chick, ain't fixing to sit here and take a number for your turn. Right. I know that Kevin Samuels got y'all fooled in the high value man. The high value man is inside. It's inside. Right. You having money, cars, and fame, that just means you're attracting gold diggers and takers. Right. That means you prioritize those kind of things. High value is what makes the man inside out. What do you think, Clarence?
Hey, I totally agree. You're a boss lady. You got it going on, so you don't have to wait for any man. You know, you are in demand. You know, and
Spread the word.
if a man's not blowing you up, hey, good morning. You know, how was your day?
Y'all
then
listen.
he is not the one for you.
He is not
He
the
is
one
not
for
the
me.
one for
Which
you. Yeah.
that brings me to the on the second half of the show we're going to be talking about things like that along those lines because you need to stay single until ... You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's something right there.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of you need to stay single until you find a person that ain't playing that game with you.
I had a situation where a young lady had just met her, and I was really interested, and I was single. And I said, well, can I take you out to dinner? She said, well, yeah. She said, but I think I'm going to go get my hair fixed. I said, okay. And she said, I'm going to get my nails done. I said, okay. And she said, I saw this dress I like. I said, okay.
Oh, wow.
And I'll pick
I
you
already
up
know where
at
this is going.
6 o'clock. And so
From
I
the
called,
mall and the nail
look,
shop.
I called her. I said, are you ready? She said, yeah, but, I got my nails fixed, my dress and all that. And then all that came to about $750. I said, well, why are you telling me that? She said, well, you told me to go do it.
Player.
No, I asked you to go dinner. I'm paying for dinner.
Come on, ladies. And the fact is, he hit on you without all that.
Right.
Yeah. What are you guys
You mean
take
I got
on
to
that?
buy a dress, I got to buy shoes and all
Right.
that to take you to dinner?
No. Let me tell you, this is the truth. I get hit on more when I'm natural. When I don't have a lick of makeup on, when my hair is in a bun, when I'm not dressed up, I get hit on more that way than when I look like a 5-star event.
Yeah, I used to get up hit, when, I didn't have no hair and all.
I'm just saying, I'd rather hit on somebody that looks more natural.
I get hit on with a mustache. I'm just saying, like...
because that's the true you. So I already know what I'm getting into when I hit on that versus the one that's got to go get their hair did, their nails did, their makeup did before. 5 minutes before you know what I'm saying? And then they're not real the whole night.
They met you at the gas station looking like who done it.
Right, exactly. I met you in your sweats with your slides on, pumping gas.
But you know what? It makes me honest to God. Do y'all think this would be a good idea? I want to do a singles event. I don't know the name of it, but the working concept is come as you are. Literally, don't come in your pajamas, but don't do the hair, don't do the makeup.
But what if that is somebody? What if people do that? Like some people like to just stay in their sweats, which are their pajamas, at all times. So let them show up like that.
And I think it's great because so the other side of that is, I like eyelashes, and then some guys love my eyelashes. Some other guys look like you have a spider on your face. Some people like it to the different extremes. Some people like short nails. Some people like long. So my advice to you is stay true to yourself.
Right.
Don't alter anything about your appearance, the way you move, unless you want to. If you're just that kind of woman or man that's like, you know what, you want my nails groomed, you want my beard trimmed. Okay, fine, then I'll trim my beard. I have a beard, guys. It's a side effect of birth control.
I tell my wife all the time. I say, you're such a naturally beautiful woman.
She is.
Yeah. I say, you don't need any of that. I say, if you want to wear a little lipstick, that's fine. But you don't need any makeup for me or any of that because you're just naturally beautiful.
Wow.
She said, well, I got to do this. No, you don't have to. You're doing it for you, not for me.
We do it for other women.
Listen,
let's be truthful, ladies. We
do
don't
you
do it
remember
for
the show
men.
we had when we first moved? Was it when we first moved to this network? I believe we had this exact conversation, and I had said something about how if women just wouldn't sit there and every day wake up and say, I got to put my makeup on, then men wouldn't expect them to have makeup on at all times. I mean, honestly, women do it to themselves. Like, we didn't ask you to go get all pretty and buy all this stuff and put 20 pounds of makeup on for us. Why? We want you to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? We prefer you to show up all natural.
Some guys do, but then some guys love Tammy Faye Baker.
But I just say, if you just stay true to yourself, somebody's going to fall in love with you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to fall in love with the 10 pounds of makeup you got on. I'm going to fall in love with the heart that you have underneath that 10 pounds.
If you meet somebody who's not into you as you are, then that's not the person for you anyway.
Exactly.
Facts.
They come in trying to change you. And what I hate the most is when they don't do that in the beginning.
Right.
They hide that they're trying to change you. And then as soon as they feel like they got it sewed up.
Oh, my God.
They don't. Right.
But here's the reverse of that, ladies.
Women do that, too.
Here's the reverse of that, ladies. Don't be complaining about what he's doing if you are committing relationship fraud. Relationship fraud is when whatever you sold them on is their package, and then as soon as you say I do, oh, I can get fat now. Oh, I can wear my sensible mom jeans. Oh, I ain't never wearing no heels no more.
That part.
If you met him with makeup, I'm not saying you should. When you're at home, be natural. But I'm saying, but if you met a man that's attracted to a woman that likes makeup, that he likes makeup too, don't commit relationship fraud.
Right.
Yeah.
That is what a lot of women are never willing to talk about their part in.
Don't go in saying that you're a trophy wife and then gain 100 pounds later and get mad when your man's sitting here saying, where's my trophy at?
Right.
This ain't no trophy.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you how not to play yourself even one step further. We're going to the next one. If you are the woman that is attracted to a man that's looking for a trophy wife, just understand one thing about men with that mentality. They're going to upgrade you in 5 years or less.
Yeah, that's
they
a fact.
treat women like they treat their car or a thing. So understand, if you're the gold digger and you're attracted to be the trophy wife because your money, his money is your number one consideration, trust and believe he operates by the same values.
You're really good.
I mean, it's true though.
17 years, baby. 17 years, huh?
Yeah,
So
I like that.
now,
And people wonder why I'm not married. Because I see it come. Like, you got to get through me. It's like dating a therapist and a comedian. And I'm going to roast your ass if you're wrong. So it ain't fun. But the applications, y'all keep sending your applications in. When are y'all going to get it right one of these days? You know what's going to happen, Clarence? I'm just going to pop up married on y'all one day. And y'all going to be like, what?
Whoa.
What? Because I keep it personal. Unless I'm married, keep it private, ladies. Y'all out here putting these fools all on your social media and letting them embarrass the hell out of you, Khloe Kardashian. And then you go back to them, and then you look like a fool. Keep your relationship private until there's a ring on your finger.
Yeah.
So on today's show, we're talking about 7 major signs that they've lost interest in you. You know, they give you all the excuses. They stop behaving the same way as they were in the beginning. They change their priorities, so you're no longer number one. Their communication gradually decreases, and you're the only one initiating that communication. Yeah. And the next sign that brings us to is they make you feel less important.
That's a deal breaker.
Man, don't you just hate when you, like, especially when you first start talking to them, you know, they make you feel like you are king or queen of the world. And then all of a sudden you just, is that piece of paper more important than me? Like, seriously? Like, is your phone that much more important that you're going to text on it instead of giving me eye contact? That right there is a perfect example of, you know, them losing interest in you.
A lot of these things can be avoided if you meet somebody at events and adventures. And that I sincerely endorse them as well, because events are the best way to meet people, because you engage all your senses. You see how people treat people that they're not attracted to. You see how people are a sore loser if they don't win a game. You get to see who people really are. And in today's culture, we are in a culture where we jump in bed and we don't even ask the name. We don't even ask names. You roll over in the morning and you're like, you want my number? Nope. Okay, see ya.
Exactly.
But that we live in a lust-based culture, and lust and love can look a lot alike, but one is ego-based and one is selfless. So that is why you got to spend time getting to know somebody so you can see a consistent pattern that only comes with time. What do you say, Clarence?
Well, you know, what about you talking to a lady and you say, what are you doing? Well, I think I'm going to stay in the bed. I'm not going out. But yet you decide to go to your favorite spot, but that's the spot that you met her at. And when you show up, she's in there getting down. Would that make you feel less important?
I would block her. I would walk up and I would hold my phone up with her name and block her, and then walk off. Have a nice dance, ladies.
Or my favorite, which is the next one that you know says that are interested is. I would do this. I would do this.
They leave you on red.
I will change my thing to say, you know, let them see that it's been read.
But see that, and I'm that person that I have the red turned on for a reason. I am the one that will leave you on red if you're disrespectful, if you're not consistent. I don't have to block you. Silence, when a woman gets quiet, look guys, if y'all ever learn when a woman says, that's fine, oh sure, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. It's not fine. So when a woman gets quiet, psychology says a woman uses silence as her strongest weapon to
That means that you're just not worthy of her time anymore.
That's what I'm
she's
saying.
She's giving up on you. When she's quiet and when she agrees, yes, that's fine, do whatever you want. She don't care anymore.
That's right.
So you might as well just move on because that's dead.
And if you ask me, that's the famous quiet before the storm. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
I have lived with plenty of women in my life to know that the second their mouth stops running is the second you better start hiding, running, making sure there's no weapons nearby, because that's the second where they got nothing left to lose and you going down for it.
As long as, but that's the thing, guys. When a woman it's so sad how many people have to lose somebody to learn this lesson, but while she's fighting with you and trying to nag and trying to get it out there, it is, first of all, let me say that nagging is wrong, okay? Even the Bible says a nagging woman will push a man to the corner of a rooftop. So nagging a man is not the right order. You want to talk to God and let God change that man's heart. God can change the heart of kings. So it's out of order to nag a man anyway. But nagging is something that it is her last line of defense of saying, I'm fighting for us. I'm trying to nag you and show you I care. But once you get the silent treatment and I don't return your calls, it's over.
It's over.
It's done. So you better talk to her while you still can, because baby, please don't work. Once you've hurt her feelings to a point of making her feel that rejection, she ain't coming back.
I mean, once they've lost interest, you know what I mean? It's just done. Like,
now, does it work the same way for men?
It really does.
It really does.
Men are a little bit, so women are more wanted. They want to feel wanted, want to feel desired. We all want to be loved. We all want that. Right. Men are more, they want to be needed. A lot of times women that are real successful lead with their career and they wonder why they are not attracting men, because you're leading with your career. And the one thing you want to never do as a woman is make a man feel like you're competing with him. As soon as he looks at you like, oh, that's a competition, or she don't need me for nothing, you're going against a man's hardwire, his blueprint. He is hardwired to be needed. That is his purpose, is to be the protector, the provider, the servant leader. That is what he is hardwired to do. So when you come at him, I'm Miss Independent and I don't need you and I don't need you. When you tell a man, I don't need you, that is the kiss of death in that opportunity.
And that brings us to our very last sign out of the 7 major signs that they've lost interest in you.
Yep.
And it's that they give you short or one-worded responses.
Sure.
Whether it's in person, through text message, IMing, whatever. They give you those short, it's basically like, I don't care anymore. I don't have any emotion into it. It's, sup. Okay.
But pay attention, because if you do it, but you're still in there, guys. If you at least get the one-word response,
that's true.
That is, her mind is given up, but her heart is still like, yeah. Okay.
Or his, because you know, guys
it doesn't matter. It works both ways.
Yeah.
But it's both ways. It's gender neutral. But it is true. But if someone is still just at least trying to engage at all, you still have a chance. But you get that one-word response, you're getting close to the end.
Exactly. You better learn how to spice it up real fast.
Yeah, it's been my experience when you get those one-word response, you just say, can we have a timeout?
And when we come back,
let's just talk, you know? And that's when you need some one-on-one time. You know, that's not the time to go out and party.
Exactly.
That's one-word response.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
you got to stop things.
That's the time you go and buy flowers and candy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. You got to stop and start spending some quality time and say, look, forgive me, you know.
Ooh, amen.
I am here to listen, you know.
Amen.
You know, I made some mistakes. I'm not perfect. You know, you got to humble yourself, you know,
That's
and
the
get
key.
back in good grace, you know.
Forgiveness,
Yeah, right.
I think, and you can attest to marriage, the number one thing people don't realize with marriage is forgiveness really is the glue to marriage.
Right.
Because as long as you're harboring because love holds no record of wrongdoing. So as long as you're harboring that, that's not love. And where you harden your heart, you don't give God room to work in that situation. You've already hardened it, but you got to stay fluid and let God work his magic. But you got to be humble and genuine.
Hey, and pray with your woman.
There you go.
No, but that's real. Equally yoked is very serious.
Right. And that kind of, that's a perfect segue right there into, once we come back from break, we're going to be talking about you should stay single until you find these certain aspects in the person that you're looking for. So y'all guys, make sure y'all guys stay locked in. We'll be right back after a word from our friends over at E&A, Meriday, and of course, AT&T. We'll see y'all in just a few.
Events and Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social, in person, try new things, and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability. May not be available in your area. Speed claims based on combined upload and download capacity of internet 300, internet 500, and internet 1000 for Xfinity selection and cost per internet, 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, and 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 15, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet 1000. Speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Meridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. I'm your girl matchmaker comedian Amber Neal. We've got a very special show today. In case you missed it, go back and rewind. We've been talking about reasons, 7 ways to know somebody's not that really into you. Today, our next topic is when you should stay single until. And welcome back into the show, my co-host DJ Houston.
What's up?
Hey. And our very special guest, he is our next county commissioner, precinct 4. Y'all give it up for our man, our friend Clarence Miller in the building.
Hey, glad to be here. Number one show.
Yay. I know that's right. You know, you brought some really great value and insight. You know, you and Paula have been married for a while. You guys were just honored as one of our top 20 power couples. You just received a presidential award from the president's office. I mean, you are such a man of integrity and honor, and that's why we endorse you here. For more information about his campaign, we're going to give you more information at the end of the show. But check him out while we're after the show. It is millerforcommissioner.com. And before I forget, starting January 13th, I've got my own happy hour party going over at the Comedy Lounge with DJ Houston.
Hey. All right.
Yes. The first and third Thursdays are for married or couples, and the second and fourth are for singles. Yeah, because we're starting the 13th. Starting the 13th, yeah. For more information, go to amberneal.com, amberneal.com, Neal. Get your tickets. Also got a copy of my new book. And you can get my new shirt, No More Build-A-Boos, because this is not project dating. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to jump back into our next topic today is stay single until you... What's the first one?
All right, well, you need to stay single until you find someone who doesn't just put you first. I know it sounds a little off-putting, it sounds a little different, but, you know, you need to find somebody who has that balance between you and them. If you find somebody who's just constantly obsessed with you,
codependent,
and just looking for you, exactly, that's codependency, and that is somebody who is what we consider here unhealed.
And y'all know I'm always talking about that. I put people in one of two categories when I meet them. This gave me such peace of mind when dealing with people in relationships. Once you understand that people that grew up in survival don't operate as the same that people who grew up in healthy love, once you understand it is a total different mindset and approach, you will learn to put people in a healed or unhealed category, and you'll understand that once you yourself are healed, you'll never hurt anyone again, but very quickly you'll be able to identify why you are attracting those people, because like attracts like. And so that is why. And you can also attract broken people when you're healed, but you'll identify it and you won't fall victim to that. And you'll tell them the self-love journey is not a group project. It's not a group exercise. It's not a team building exercise. Right. The self-love journey is you have to go on it by yourself, and you have to let it burn, and you have to let it heal. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that vicious loop of attracting the same type of people over and over.
Yeah, you will.
For the women out here, one thing to remember, men make time for what they want to make time for.
Say it again. Yes.
Men make time for what they want to make time for. And if they like you and if they're into you, they will make time for you. And if they don't make time for you, they're not into you. They're putting you on hold because they're working on something else. In case, that don't work out,
you're
then,
B.
Yeah, you're plan B. You never want to be plan B, you want to be plan A.
That's right.
So if you run across a situation like that, you need to keep it moving.
Shoot, I got an even better one for you.
You heard that from Clarence Miller.
Yeah,
I know,
think
that's
like,
and I
Clarence talking about you want to be plan A. I'm like, shoot, I want to be the only plan out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only plan.
And that's what cracks me up about side chicks. Listen, Jesus is not sending you somebody's husband, okay, first of all. But that's what cracks me up about side chicks. Oh, well, he left his wife for me. Now I'm the wife. B, he has still got a number two, okay? The same way you get them is the same way you lose them. And I'm telling you, you may have upgraded. Now you're in the house and not in the apartment. But, honey, there's a chick in the apartment, okay? So don't play yourself. And it's not gender specific. That's just how I talk. But here's some signs that you should stay single. So the next one is stay single until you meet someone who not only understands what you need to thrive, but also knows what they need too. You got to be whole before you meet them.
Yeah.
It's not build-a-boo. It's not, I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna help you heal. I'm gonna help you. No. And I can't wait to talk about on our next show. We're gonna be talking about ways to get empowered for 2022. And it's crazy the simple things we have to talk about, like basic stuff like groom yourself. Don't go meet somebody like you just rolled out of bed.
Take a shower.
Brush
your teeth.
Yuck mouth ain't hot. Like, it's crazy the things you have to say. Like, I mean, if we have to tell y'all the basic stuff we learned in elementary, you shouldn't be dating.
The fact that we had to do the first half of the show and to begin with,
you
know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
they're just not that interested in you. Like, I mean, just, it's sad what we got to tell you. Okay, I'm just saying.
What's the next one?
I mean, major turnoff. You go to a lady's house and the house is just filthy.
Oh.
But other than that, you walk in a restroom and it is 3 times filthy.
Oh,
Major turnoff.
Confession time. I am that person that will go to your house and look in your shower. I do. I just need to know. I don't know. It's something about if you're nasty, you don't even clean your shower. Oh, gross. I'm serious. Like, I'm OCD about clean, so I'm not super hypersensitive to that. But that is the number one turnoff, is that when you are, especially if you're a clean freak, that can be super turnoff. What's the next one?
You got to stay single until you learn how to give to yourself. That's part of that self-love journey. Rarely are we encouraged to take a break and just take a moment to breathe. Usually it's always fast. We got to make this relationship work right this second.
Yeah.
Like, you never stop to just take it in, breathe, We're taught to, as she was saying, we live in this lust.
Right.
So we're taught to just jump in bed and go and physically please people instead of stepping back, thinking about what do I need? Am I okay? Am I here? Am I 100% here? You got to step back and take that breath.
Are you emotionally available? And a lot of you guys that attract these non-committal types, it's because the real truth is when you heal, you're going to find out the real truth is going to blow your mind is that you were really the one that was not emotionally available.
Right. So
you attract the safe option. You know he's going to let you down. You know he's a player. You know he's a dog. And you can play victim, innocent all you want. But you knew deep down it was really you.
Because you weren't ready.
Because you weren't ready and you weren't emotionally available. So you picked someone that was no chance of hurting you.
Yeah. So until you can learn... that particular skill right there, you need to stay single.
All right, guys, we're going to jump into the next one. Stay single until you can learn to love yourself. One of the most attractive things that a person can do is care about themselves and show self-love. At the end of the day, short and sweet, you teach people how to treat you. Boundaries are very important, and if you feel somebody is jumping your boundaries all the time, understand they want to, and it's human nature. People are going to test you when they first meet you. It's human nature.
Right.
How much can I get away with? I mean, they want to know. But that is the difference between if you meet a man and you start joking with him about sex in any way when you first meet him, he's automatically going to put you in this other category.
Yeah.
Oh, she's fun. Oh, she's a good time. He's not going to look at it like this could be wifey.
I was about to just say that. That's so funny. I was about to say like she's wifey material.
I mean,
you know?
do all men do that though?
No, there's not. There's no cookie cutter. There's no stereotype. We're talking the general consensus. Okay. Just what I've learned over the years, but there's always the one-off.
Right.
There's people that listen, and I've said this on many shows before. I have people ask me, does real love exist? Does love at first sight exist? What are the rules on when to have sex? Those are like the big three. The reality is, here's the truth, guys. The proper way is give it time, build the friendship, build the foundation, build on the spirit. But the truth of it is that I have known many couples that have been married from love at first sight. Matter of fact, Shamir and Shug met. I introduced them. They were married 87 days later. There's been people that have had sex the first night and have been married happily for 30 years.
Right.
There's no way to do it. We just say statistically the odds are in your favor if you can build a friendship first.
Well, see, I agree with that. There's no time frame on sex because my wife and I, we met each other in the moment we met. I mean, it was just stars and stripes, And we've been married for 9 years now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's no, even when I tell people, like, because my grandparents met and married in 6 months, they live happily ever after. There's no real thing. It's really about trusting. You have to get in your self-love journey so that you know that you're not being true to yourself.
Right.
And those things can be magical because if she's a healthy whole person, you're a healthy whole person, you know what you want, you know what your boundaries are. And it's magic from the start because it's energy. Energy doesn't lie. And that's why you can recognize her in the spirit because you're like, and you can go there because you already know she is the one. Right. There's men, and you can attest this, can look across the room. How many times have you heard a man say, I looked at her, I saw, and that's my wife?
Yeah.
Before they ever even knew her name, that's my wife.
The spirit.
The spirit. So just make sure it's from the spirit, and it gives you a better chance. What's the next one?
Well, caring about your significant other is one of the most important aspects of a relationship. But losing yourself is not. You know what I'm saying? You can't lose yourself to try to accommodate for them. It's no way to live your life. You should never, relationships need to be about balance. We all want to be the best part of somebody's day. We all want to be the best half that we can be to our partner. Right. But we should never aspire to be someone's entire life.
Amen.
So that brings us to the very last thing that we got to say, which is you got to stay single until you find somebody who is capable of taking care of themselves.
Amen.
That way you know that they are capable of taking care of you as well.
Great point.
All right, guys, we got to wrap up the show. We're gonna do afterthoughts here in just a minute, but we want to give Clarence just a few minutes here. He is running for Harris County Commissioner Precinct 4. Get out and get informed. Do your due diligence and find out why he is the most qualified candidate on the ticket.
Hey, everybody. First, I want to thank Amber and DJ Houston for allowing me to be on this show, the number one show in the universe, in the nation. But yes, I'm Clarence Miller, running for commission here in Harris County Precinct 4. Early voting starts February the 14th through February the 27th. Election day is March 1st. I'm the only candidate that has 16 years in infrastructure improvement, if that's important to you. If flooding is important to you, then you need to vote for me. If infrastructure improvement is important to you, you need to vote for me. Because I've got 16 years in building roads and parks and community centers. I've sat on the board, set tax rate. I've invested $5 million in infrastructure in my own community, so we've never flooded.
Wow.
Go to my website, Miller for Commissioner, and you can read my whole story and support my cause. Thank you, Amber. Great show, great experience. Thank you, DJ.
Oh, it was our
Beautiful.
pleasure having you here, you know.
I appreciate you guys.
The fact that I got to learn whose district I finally, whose district I live in and who I can vote for. I know he's definitely got my vote.
That's the other thing. The district have changed, in case you've been on Mars someplace. Precinct 4 begins on 290, goes all the way down to Katy, goes all the way past the Galleria to Bissonnette, Bel Air. In fact, this building is on the corner of Gessner, and it is in Precinct 4. So it covers Kirby and the Heights as well. So if you're in any of those areas, or if you know somebody in those areas, tell them, support Clarence Miller, vote for me. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear our afterthoughts. Welcome back into the show, 2022. We got some great shows for you, really great guests, and we'll see you next time on the Amber Neal Show. Y'all stay tuned for the afterthoughts.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask me how to get 300 megabits per second for only $35 a month, plus taxes and fees, with no annual contract, no bundles required, and unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Again, that is Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed claims based on combined upload and download capacity of internet 300, internet 500, and internet 1000 versus Xfinity expansion and cost 400 meg, 500 meg, 600 meg, 1 gig, 1.2 gig cable services with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabits per second. Download max speed is 920 megabits per second for internet 1000. Speeds vary.
Hey everybody, this is Clarence Miller. I was on the Amber Neal Show today with DJ Houston. Just had a fantastic time. This was a totally new experience for me. These people are at the top of their game. In case you don't know who I am, again, Clarence Miller. I'm running for Commissioner, Harris County Precinct 4. Early voting is February the 14th through the 27th. Election day is March 1st. And in case you don't realize it, the district has changed. So Precinct 4 now is from 290 to Katy, goes all the way past the Galleria, Bel Air, Bissonnette, Kirby, and the Heights. So if you're in those areas, or if you know someone in those areas, tell them to please support me. If infrastructure improvement is important to you, if flooding is important to you, and if you're tired of the potholes, you need to vote for Clarence Miller, because I have 16 years in building infrastructure, setting on the board, setting tax rates. I'm familiar with all the state and federal laws and regulations. Clarence Miller, Clarence Miller, Clarence Miller, vote for me. March 1st. Thank you. Hey, this was a great experience. I've had so much fun on this show. Can I come back again? Thank you, Amber. Thank you, DJ Houston. #1 show in Houston, Texas. Thank you.
What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ Houston, and today was a very interesting show. What a great way to start our 2022 year. You know what I'm saying? We got to tell you when people have just lost interest. Like, I thought it was common sense, but, when I came into work today, I was kind of like, you know what? It really isn't that common to have common sense anymore. So we're going to tell you when to know that somebody's just not, that they've either lost interest, they're losing interest, or they're just not that interested in you anymore. One of the things that I really have to say that I'm very guilty about when I lose interest is I leave you on red. I will literally change the status on my iPhone to sit here and say for that particular contact, go to, so they can see my red my red messages, And then of course, we talked about having to stay single until basically the best way to summarize that whole second half of the show that we talked about was stay single until you found that self-love. It's that self-love journey. If you cannot love yourself, how in the hell do you expect anybody else to love you? Thank you, Ms. RuPaul, for those famous words that I have truly, truly learned to live my life by. I love myself, and now I can accept when somebody else loves me. Y'all guys, stay tuned. We got so much coming for y'all in 2022. Don't forget to go check me out on social media, DJ Houston 2 on Instagram, Snapchat, and DJ Houston Media on Twitter. So that way y'all guys can find all the coolest and greatest things that I got going down. And I will see y'all for the next show. Peace.
Hey guys, 2022. What are you going to do different? Are you really going to take in those toxic relationships, those bad examples of friendships, those crooked friends of yours? Are you really going to stay involved with people that are not going to help you live your best life? You can tell where you're going to be in 5 years based on the people that you hang around. If you're the smartest person in the room, you need new friends. If your ego is what's leading you and you think you know everything and you think that you have all the answers, you again are going to fail. You've got to understand that wisdom is something that comes over time. So listen to people that have already been there and done that. Be the innovator. Be that person that's the visionary. Go in and find out what is missing in your field and improve it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but at the same time, you also want to make sure you're authentic and you're being an original. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, y'all know we live by 2 rules at this show. People do what they want to do, and people do it, you let them. I promise you, if you take those 2 rules into your life in 2022, you will cut out a lot of the BS in your life. People do what they want to do. People do what you let them. If you don't put up the boundaries, if you don't show them who you are, you have to teach people how to treat you, but you also have to believe it when they show you. Guys, for more information, y'all come out and plug in. We've got our new happy hour at the Comedy Lounge every Thursday. The first and third week we're doing for couples. The second and fourth Thursday we're doing for singles. Events and Adventures is going to be coming out, and they're going to be doing Enter to Wins for a 6-month giveaway to the largest private social club in America and Canada. They have 13 locations. Check them out today, eventsandadventures.com. Tell them the matchmaker sent you. Tell them you heard about them here at the Amber Neal Show. Get 6 months free with purchase. And check out our friends at AT&T. And for more information about everything we have going on, if you need PR, comedy, events, you got a show idea, hey, whatever it is, let us know. We're here to help at amberneal.com. For more information, y'all check us out. Also, for you married folks, at maridate.com. We're gearing up and we're launching our private social club this year. Check us out. We'll see you guys next time on an all-new episode of The Amber Neal Show.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate 1 couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.